back. I want more.
Hey, we're live. We've got upgrades. Check it out. We've got a little speaker holder now. So you guys are a lot louder. I've moved this over a little bit. And it opens up my little backpack for more stuff.
Muted Place said, you'll live.
I know. So we're going to see how this goes. My bike's still doing that thing. I thought it would fix. It's when I put load on the drivetrain, you can feel like a vibration. And I don't know what it is. So I'm going to have to figure that out. But everything else feels good. I like this bike. It's so much easier to ride than the other one. It's more ergonomic. And I got like way more control over it.
Muted Place said, time to instrument.
Yeah, I got to figure out what that thing is.
Muted Place said, contact microphones.
Nah, that's too much work.
Muted Place said, accelerometers.
No, I'll just chuck it up on the bike stand, put a load on the wheel and try pedal it. It could just be mud in the tyres. I cleaned up like a lot of stuff. Like I took all the rear derailleur off and cleaned all that up. But maybe it's something else. Maybe it's another problem somewhere else. I don't know. Could just be the chain, who knows? But it only happens when I put like a lot of load on it. And it's a very high frequency rubbing type thing.
Muted Place said, no, we do full engineering datasets around here.
Nah, not for a crappy little bike like this, that ain't worth it. Hey, they got people at the dog park. Hardly ever see people here. It's usually very quiet. Yeah, we got a daytime stream. I set my alarm to get up earlier, but I slept through it. So here we are. My plan was to ride from here to Inverloch, which took about 45 minutes on the electric bike. So, I mean, look, we don't have...
Place said, oh, I got the test harness pins designated today.
Oh, sweet.
I'll check the pins tomorrow to verify I'm not doing silly with signals.
Man, I want to know why this thing's doing it. Hear that? So whenever I put force on it, it does it. That's hard to test, because when it's on a bike stand, you can't put load on that rear wheel. I'd love to know what's causing that.
Muted Place said, is that not tyre noise?
I mean, it sounds like tyre noise, but when I pedal normally like this, it's not doing it. When I pedal hard, it's only when I pedal hard, and it's from the front. So I don't know. It's not the chain, and it's not the rings. I've exhausted all possibilities of what it could be. So I don't know. I'll ask chat.
Muted Place said,
I'll ask Grok.
Rear bearings.
I don't think so. I pulled all that apart the other day, cleaned all that up. I took the wheel off and spun it. Seems fine. To me, it sounds like the noise is coming from the front hub.
Tacit said, curious noise.
Yeah, it's weird. I'll figure it out. Or something will break and then I'll just know exactly what it is. Yeah, it does it whenever there's a slight bit of load on the drivetrain. Like whenever you pedal hard.
Muted Place said, oh, Tacit.
Oh, we got a little granny scooter. These dudes, they go flying along in these things. Full speed all the time. Daredevil's 80 years old.
Tacit said, hand waving.
Well, they got that thing fully rigged up for like the weather and everything. Alright, there's a lot of traffic today. Usually I'll set off a bit later. You actually get stuck at the lights. I didn't get a good look at that. It sounds like a two-stroke. Actually sounds like a cool bike. You can always tell, like a two-stroke road bike, they're almost always something cool. That looks a bit retro. I can smell the premix. Oh, that's a good smell. Reminds me of my RX-7. I used to have to run a premix in that as well. Alright, we're gonna cross over here.
Beauty Place said, you're a two-stroke.
I'll just go this way. Yeah, so whatever that problem is definitely not the rear derailleurs.
Beauty Place said, premix in RX-7.
Yeah, they need it. From the factory, they have a little pump that takes oil out of the
Beauty Place
sump.
said, did they not have auto-oilers?
They do. They have an oil metering system. And it takes oil out of the sump and injects it directly into the housings. So they use a little bit of oil over time, but they're designed to. So like right now, I can really feel those vibrations.
Beauty Place said,
pedaling.
little bit.
Yeah, I can't figure this out. It's actually kind of warm today. I don't really need my jumper on. I've got a hoodie on.
Benji West said, sup dude.
Hey Benji, how you doing, man? I'm just
Beauty
out
Place said, oh Ben.
enjoying the new track that's unlocked. They finally finished building the track from here to the next town. And I went down it the other day with the electric bike, and today I'm on the normal one. But we got some sort of mechanical...
Benji West said, oh Beauty Place.
We got some minor mechanical problems, but I'm just gonna deal with it. Something I can figure out when I get home. And I got a little upgrade. I got this little speaker holder. So instead of the speaker going in
Benji
this
West
pouch,
said, doing well.
it goes here.
Currently on coffee break in the office RN.
Oh, nice. Yeah, what is this, about 3 o'clock over there, so you're nearly wrapped up. Yeah, we've actually got half decent weather today. I mean, it looks like it's gonna rain. But I checked the weather report, said it wouldn't, so I'm trusting it.
Benji West said, we work till 6 over here.
Oh, damn. Well, hopefully that's like a 10 o'clock start then. Unless it's like 9 start and they give you like an hour for lunch. I hate that because like, you can get through lunch in half an hour and then you're just kind of trapped, like in limbo.
Benji West said, no, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, at least it's a work from home gig. That makes it a bit more bearable. Yeah, that sounds like tyres, but tyres shouldn't be making that noise. If it was tyres, it would be doing it all the time, not just under load.
Beauty Place said, cussing at us. Benji West said, nope again. Now in the office full-time, loudly crying, loudly crying, loudly
Oh,
crying.
that sucks.
Work.
They dragged you back in. Yeah, all these companies, they're paying all this money for these offices. They want to make sure that they're using them.
Beauty Place said, not necessarily. When you pedal harder, you apply more force to the leading edge of the tyre.
Yeah, but it's
Tacit
not going to be
said,
that much.
I work from home, but I do 10 to 8.
Yeah, working from home has
Beauty
its own
Place
difficulties.
said, treads deforming just the right way could
Nah.
cause that noise.
No. If it was the tread, it would have always been doing it. This is a new thing. And
Benji
my
West
legs aren't
said,
that powerful. So.
AMN, overtime.
Yeah, my legs aren't that powerful to cause it to be a problem like that. I'll figure it out. I'll just jump on
Tacit said, yeah, overtime every time for the past 6 years.
Grok will tell me what it is. Trust in the AI overlords. What? Someone's dead. I hear the cops. The Rozzers are out. Well, you got a license for that stream?
Beauty Place said, I did 14 to 18 hour days, 7 days week for 8 years straight.
Yeah, it can be
Never
done.
again.
within
I
limits.
very highly value my free time.
I did 12-hour days for about a month, and then after that I was done. I couldn't do it anymore. That was kind of my limit.
Benji West said, "Brew, I'm struggling doing the extra hour per day that I have to do over here."
Yeah. I mean, it's effectively a
Benji
9-hour
West
day.
said, "Anything more and I'd be fully burnt out, cold sweat smile."
When I was working at the office, I
Tacit
got
said,
lucky.
"I used to do more overtime before 2020, but I get way too tired nowadays to do 12 to 14 days."
My boss would usually clock off at about 4.
"Soon as I get a shop back up and running, 150 per hour base labor."
I did like 10 till 6, and my boss would finish up at 4. So then me and Carl would just chill, we'd just chuck on the radio. We'd still get our work done, but it's more relaxing not having someone look over your shoulder the whole time. It's way better. It was a good boss, he trusted us. So, you know, as long as you get the work done, people are usually pretty happy. Yeah, there's like squeaking noises too.
Viceroy said, "Oh God, H is back."
Hey dude,
Muted Plays said, "Oh, Viceroy."
how are your teeth? Did they give you good painkillers? Because I had my wisdom teeth out as well, but it was a long time ago.
Viceroy said, "What teeth? They got yoink, remember?"
Yeah. So they got ripped out. So your gums are going to hurt. Man, it's weird. The whole...
Tacit said, "They're in a better home now."
I can feel like the whole frame vibrate. It could be those bearings. Like if that rear quick release is done up too tight, maybe it's crushing the frame too much and compressing the
Muted Plays
bearings.
said, "Who's giving out dummers?" Viceroy said, "My right side had to get a little stitching, hence it's still bleeding a bit."
Yeah, I had the same.
Muted Plays said, "Yeah, but like, bearings would be an always thing, too."
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so when I had my teeth out, it took about 3 days to recover. I was pretty much just eating breakfast cereal for those 3 days. And then, I was pretty much good to go. I had...
Muted Plays said, "What about the derailleur? More tension when applying force."
Could be, but that wouldn't shake the whole bike. Like, I'm sure you guys can hear that. And it's not like a continuous friction. Like if I back off, it doesn't do it. See? Like that. It's very weird.
Viceroy said, "I'm excited to go out tomorrow. The artist I'm going to go see gave me permission to stream the show."
Oh, sweet. You going again?
Muted Plays
You
said,
went the other day.
"Yeah, no, crank bearings could cause that."
G'day.
Muted Plays
Yeah, doing
said,
good.
"Let's GOOO."
Crank bearings. I mean, I don't think the cranks would have a problem. Nothing changed on those. It happened the moment I pulled off that rail trail, like a week or so ago. I looked at that sign. So I don't know what could cause it.
Viceroy said, "Nah, different artist yesterday. I definitely could not stream."
Ah, okay. Show you guys the very moody sky that we've got at the moment. So that's what we're dealing with. We've got that coming in. I can see over there on the left, it's actually raining. Just above that sign, you can see like the rain getting hit by the sunlight. But yeah, we got like maybe an hour of light left. I did want to go all the way to Inverloch today, but that took 45 minutes on the e-bike. It's going to take longer on this. I'm kind of 50-50 about it, especially since I've still got those mechanical problems. It's a long walk if something breaks. Maybe we'll just go like halfway and then come back. Might be a better idea. And then when I get up early, I can actually go the full day. Also, I checked the VOD for this route, and the signal, it does drop out at quite a few spots. It's not horrible, but it comes back, but it's not perfect. Whereas around town, like, it's actually really good. And I don't know what it's like around town in Inverloch. That's something I want to check another day. I know when I did the car through there, it was really bad. But the phone's inside a big metal box, so that could be a factor. Also, when I was doing that, I had my bit rate way too high. The encoder was set too high. Oh, it's nice having these brakes back. They're a lot better than what I had before. The other bike just had rim brakes, and they're not really that good. But yeah, whatever this vibration thing is, it's definitely related to the drivetrain. So it can only be a few things. It's like front hub, rear derailleur, or the gears. It's got to be one of them. Maybe the rear bearing as well, but I set all that up perfectly. Like, I took the wheel off and I spun it, and there was no resistance. It was set up nice. The only thing I could think it would be is if you compress, when you put the wheel back in the frame, it compresses it, and then that puts a bit too much tension on the bearings. But I don't think that's it. Because yeah, like Bud at Play said, that would be happening all the time. So here's the new trail. You go down here, and it goes all the way to the next town, which is about 15 kilometres away. So that's like, I don't know, 12 miles, about 11 miles. No, not even, it's probably more like 9 miles away. But it still takes a while to get there. And yeah, because it's been raining so much, it's still very wet and damp here. So these little rocks just get kicked right up.
Beautifully said. So, by new trail, you mean bulldozed more nature?
Ah man, it was all just farmland before anyway. It was just that, you know, just to there. It's actually really nice up here. There's some really good views. They made a mistake. I'll show you when we get there. It's actually not that far. Oh my God, these rocks are just smashing up into my face now. I've got to try stay on this middle bit where there's no rocks. Be a bit better. Yeah, maybe I should have took the electric bike out today. Would have been a better idea. Oh well, if I didn't, I would never know that I still have this problem. Because I did a maintenance stream where I completely took off the rear derailleur and cleaned it up and did all that. So I know for a fact it's not that. Which leaves, yeah, bearings or hub. Could just be like a little pebble or something stuck in the crank area. G'day.
Hey, how are you?
So I've been down here twice. Once when they were still building it, it didn't have all this gravel on it. Just had like really big rocks.
German accent, you used Zayron lubricant, you fuel. It must be Zizvon.
Hey, German accent. All right. No, I used the right stuff. I actually put, was it Castrol grease in the rear bearing. It's a, like an engine grease. Yeah, 13 k's to Inverloch from here. Cows hanging out in the mosh pit. They just want their water. There's lots of like young cows around all the calves. They're still hanging around with the mums. Not at this one.
said, is Castrol still a valid lubricant manufacturer?
Yeah, Castrol's good, man. They make good stuff.
Clay said, I thought they went the way of Pennzoil, used chicken oils.
I personally use Penrite, but I believe they're an Australian brand. Yeah, check this seat out. What's the problem here? Look, normally they put these here so you have like a nice
Castrol
sight.
used to be the standard.
You have a nice sight to look at, but with this one, all you get to see is dead trees. Right, and if you put it this way, way nicer. You get to see the hills and everything.
said, I run Mobile 1 in the Civic.
So I think they screwed up when they put these in. They should be facing the other way. They really botched it. Yeah, I saw years ago, they did like an oil test, and Royal Purple was one of the better ones.
Currently the cleanest by far. Good to run a change or two when you buy a used car.
Yeah, Royal Purple or Motul.
Excuse.
Motul's really good as well. But yeah, Penrite is really good value for money. It doesn't have as much degradation as some of the cheaper brands. But it's not as good as like the high, really good stuff. But it's good enough.
Tacit said, Royal Purple and Amsoil.
Yeah, Royal Purple's expensive though.
said, Pennzoil is second-hand chicken fry oil.
Like Royal Purple is cream of the crop, so you're paying for it.
said, if I could get a supply local, I'd be running Amsoil.
Yeah, you get diminishing returns on that. Also,
Tacit said, Pennzoil's using nat gas synthetic.
Yeah, your oil companies are very different to ours. The branding's quite different. We have different brands here. There's a couple that carry over.
said, Clay's you can become a dealer when you open your garage.
Yeah, this is as far as I got when they were still building it, because they didn't have this bridge here. They had the foundations, they had all the stumps, but you couldn't get across.
Clay said, not a bad idea, you know.
We've got a retaining wall there. Oh, I guess they kind of need it. Uh-oh. Got ourselves a hill. Yeah, so it even does it in the lowest gear. God, I wish I could figure it out. It'll be something really simple.
Tacit said, it's not that expensive to become an official Amsoil dealer, it's the minimum by requirement that's a bit steep.
Yeah, Valvoline are also a pretty decent one.
But if you have a garage, you'll easily consume above that.
Yeah, the garages generally don't go for quality, they just go for best price. Because they go through so much of the stuff. So, you're not going to find a garage that does Motul.
Especially being a race shop, hopefully.
Like if you do use like a premium oil, then you've got to push those charges onto your customers.
said, I plan on doing oil analysis, eventually too.
Oh, look at the cute little cows. They're the little baby ones. They're probably like maybe half a year old.
said, post results as posters in the shop.
Free trailer here if anyone wants to come get it. Can't park there, mate. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to go the whole way. It's going to get too dark. I'll make it to the end. We'll see. We'll see how far we go. If I left the house at, say, 2, I could do it.
Tacit said, I used to do oil analysis, but for regular driving, the only ones that show a massive difference are high mileage oils and Pennzoil if the engine was previously gunk up.
Yeah, that's regular driving. It's not a high stress environment. A lot of the premium oils are designed to withstand more heat, like heat cycles. And yeah, they're designed to perform under heat.
Tacit said,
so that leaves all their viscosity.
So it's a massive difference between brands.
But yeah, from what I've seen, Penrite, pretty solid.
I'd like to do a load of different tests. Gets pricey real quick.
Oh yeah. The one I saw, they had like it was like a big roller, steel roller, and then they had like a way you could apply force to it. And then they just put the oil on and check it, and then they'd measure the wear. This was years ago. Like those oils, the tech that they use for it is probably all different now.
Tacit said, I wonder how much Blackstone Labs analysis costs nowadays. They used to be like $40 a pop. Beautyplay said, I want to do 500, 1K, 2K, 5K, 7.5K, 10K, autocross, dirt roads, highway, city, etc.
Yeah, costs you an arm and a leg, and then how do you monetize that? I suppose.
Beautyplay said, just watched a video, 50 to 120 USD each, depending on the lab.
Yep.
One might have been 40.
You're better off just building your own little rig and doing it on that. And just, yeah, check bearing wear.
Beautyplay said, well, I'm not monetizing the tests. Just curious.
Moores Road, I need to figure out where that goes.
Tacit said, used to be super worth doing cores depending on what metals showed up in the report, you'd know what was wearing out.
Yeah, you're gonna get wear. It's gonna be metal on metal, and the softer one's the one that'll grind away. Which is usually a bearing material instead of the crank. Cranks are hardened. Oh, electric fence, okay.
Tacit said, Blackstone Labs is the way to go for the analysis. They literally send you the empty double jar.
I remember once when we were kids, we rode to this park near our place, Gels Park.
Beautyplay said,
and they got an electric fence.
I'm pretty curious because I built my engine myself.
So it was me and my two sisters there.
I run the piss out of it.
And
about 60k miles since full rebuild.
Yeah, me and my older sister, we figured out, it's every second fence wire is electrified. So we're grabbing it, we're like, nothing's happening. Then my little sister grabs like the one that's electrified and gets a full-on zap and cracks the shits. God, we were evil. It's not that bad, it's just a shock. It's just meant to startle you. Yeah, this little bit of road has a few elevations. It's not as flat as the main road. Got some hills and stuff. Although we're making pretty good time so far.
I've been hit by 40 kilovolts.
Yeah. How many amps? Well, obviously enough to survive. It should be a left-hand turn up ahead. I just got to stop for some reason.
Beautyplay said, ignition coil.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I pulled one off while the car was still going. And the thing's just arcing out into the air all over the place. I'm like, oh shit. That was a mistake. All right, so we go left up here. Oh, that guy's just gone to his house. Okay.
Beautyplay said, had loads of things up to 120 volts mains, 10 minus 40 kilovolts ignitions.
You might want to be a bit more careful, man.
120 VAC.
You really shouldn't be getting zapped all that often.
Beautyplay said, YOLO.
I feel like everyone who works in like a high voltage environment, they've all got their story of when shit goes wrong. Because when stuff breaks, like, yeah, all the safety mechanisms, they don't matter anymore. You've got a short somewhere and you can't see it. You've still got to be able to access the stuff.
I have a pretty high internal resistance.
Yeah, you've probably got like internal lightning scarring or something, man.
Beautyplay said, doesn't really tick affect me tick all that much tick.
Oh, you guys have like 110 volt over there too. Over here, everything's 240. But also, I guess you have more amps to make up for it. And thicker gauge wires. Yeah,
Beautyplay said, depends who you ask.
This is definitely slower than the electric bike. You can feel it. I'm tempted to put
User
thinner
Play
tyres
said
on the front of this.
108, 110, 115, 120, 125 are all called our mains.
Yeah, they're all
There's
sort of
no
around there.
standardization, apparently.
That's wild, man.
Tacit said 120 is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, everything here's 240. And we've got earth on our plugs as well.
User Play said, yeah, nominal is 120 VAC. But like, good luck.
I did see this video a while
Tacit
ago.
said, but some grids were built long ago and never got renewed.
I guess that's what happens when you've got like an early adoption of an electrical grid. But I saw a video a while ago, they're like, oh, Japan doesn't need an earth because they've designed, I don't know, something into the house that just does it for you.
Tacit said,
So the devices don't need it.
240 is for the electric range and the washing machines.
Ah, yeah, there's a nice view here.
User Play said, our garages and dryers are 240 VAC, but house receptacles are 120 VAC.
There's a pretty solid view here. They've got some sort of crop that they're growing. Got their tram lines in there, I think they call it. I don't know how good it comes out on the camera. It was nice the other day, had like nice blue skies and stuff.
Tacit said, Japan built east and west on different grids.
Yeah, they've got 50 hertz and 60 hertz because they had two different suppliers initially to power it. Good coordination there from them. And they've just stuck to it. They're just like, fuck it, we'll just keep it this way. It'd be interesting to find the cutoff point.
User Play said, I mean, our receptacles are 2 or 3 pin. For 120 volts, you have a single hot, which means the other line is common.
Yeah,
You
active,
can
common,
tie
and
that to earth ground,
earth.
but I wouldn't recommend it.
Ah, here we go. Yeah, see, they got these
The
chairs
third
facing
pin
the
is
right way.
OBV actual earth ground.
How much further?
Tacit said, yeah, West Japan contracted with Westinghouse and East Japan contracted with some German firm.
Yeah, 7 Ks to go. You know what? I reckon we can make it. Dark on my back, but I want the exercise.
Tacit said, you'd think they'd have slowly fixed that after the Fukushima rolling blackouts.
Yeah, Japan's very slow to do anything like that. National infrastructure. Just too much bureaucracy in the way. Crazy thing about Fukushima is it was due to be decommissioned like
User Play
a year.
said, updating an entire nation worth of infrastructure is not cheap.
Yeah,
Even something as small as Japan.
but they had Fukushima set to be decommissioned. I believe it was that
Tacit
year or the
said,
next year.
Seemed to me like that was a national emergency moment to get it done.
Yeah, and even when it occurred, like TEPCO, we're still trying to push the blame onto someone else. Like, oh, it's not our fault. It's like, it was totally your fault. You put your backup generators below sea level on a fucking coastline. What did you think would happen?
Tacit said, yeah, it was 6 months away from being literally illegal cause it wasn't meeting standards at the time.
Yeah, because it's one of the more early ones. One of the older ones. Like, nuclear's fine if it's kept up to code and you don't cut corners. But yeah, you get these effectively monopolies and they want to maximise the amount of money they make, so they cut maintenance costs, they cut safety costs, and then who ends up paying for it? Everyone does. There was a huge thing about, like, should Australia go nuclear in the future or what? And I'm thinking, coal, man. We've got so much of the crap. It's dirt cheap. We should just keep using that, and it's safe. There's this weird, like, forced argument. Like, nobody cared about it except the political party. That was the hill to die on.
User Play said, dirt there.
We got so much coal. We got enough
Tacit
coal to
said,
power the country for,
what's
like...
absolutely wild to me is a lot of America's nuclear plants are older than Fukushima and the idiots keep blocking the renewals.
Yeah, because it's expensive.
User Play said that emissions equipment for coal plants is super expensive, from what I know.
Shouldn't be though, man. It's a very simple design. It's literally just a generator hooked up to like a turbine. Turbine water. Hard disperses more easily, so it's not. If this was red, some idiot would be radioactive bananas
now. Nuclear is pretty much fully closed loop. Tacit said, coal is EZPZ if you don't care about pollution.
Oh, the connection drops
you
here.
Literally
so
boil water.
Just watch out for a bit. It'll come back in like a minute. I just got to get to the end of this a little bit, so I'll do it a bit quickly. Maybe it won't be so bad today, but we'll see. I just remember this section struggling.
The reclamation pool is the only place any kind of radioactive elements might exit the facility buildings.
I just remember watching a VOD and like from here for about a minute or so, it was really bad.
Uticlay said, nuclear is identical, steam power.
Yeah, but the source of the heat is quite different. Bit more. Yeah.
Not super bad.
Yeah, I thought so. It does drop here.
Tacit said, Kate's technological
kind of funny that, eh? We need a better way of doing it. I was trying to think, like, how does way to boil water and
said, I'm waiting for voltaics. Uticlay said, there's the crunch.
Yeah, here for about a minute or so. It's just a short bit. From here, after this, it gets okay. So I'll just put some speed down and we'll get to the end there.
Uticlay said, seems clean now.
Yeah, it'll go in and out a little bit until it gets to that left-hand bend up there. Oh man, I'm getting sandblasted by all these rocks. That could be what it is too. It could just be a little rock stuck in the crank. So maybe I'll take the crank arms off and have a good look. But yeah, like a fusion generator, how does that turn the excess energy that it produces into electricity? That's I haven't been able to find like a solid answer on that yet. Oh, we're already getting kind of dark. There we go. Scroll it down. That one. Yeah, second lowest is good. I can see pretty good. I set this up the other day in the middle of the night.
Said, spoiler alert, the fusion reaction boils water.
No way. Once again, we're down to just boiling water. It's the most advanced technology. What to do? Oh, it moves this thing. Yeah, hopefully the signal's good from here on. I'm pretty sure from here it's okay. Probably, we're over halfway now. It's not too much further to go before I get to the town.
Uticlay said, I mean, toroidal fusion is stupid anyway.
Well, apparently they're pretty close.
I'm a nut job.
Close to getting it done. Toroidal, there's another word for it. It's like a topper or tocker something. I forget what it's called. But yeah, it's the donut one where they use electromagnets to hold the plasma in place.
Uticlay said, we've been close. for 60 years.
Yeah, it's always 10 years away, isn't it? Yeah, honestly, nuclear is probably the best option that we've got. Like, the waste is already a solved issue. A few years ago, there was a big push for these, what was it? It was like a different type of nuclear reactor. But they never went ahead with it because they couldn't get the weaponized uranium out of it.
Toroidal BS. The only way to make a proper fusion reactor is going to be spherical. Stellarators.
Yeah, like a miniature sun. You just like crush it in the middle.
Cassett said, thorium is what you're thinking of.
Thorium reactors, that's it. Yeah, there was a huge thing about that not that long ago. And then somebody was putting money into
India
it.
and China built a bunch.
Yeah, do they work? Like, was it ever
said,
successful?
Still a few PPL working on stellarators, but they don't have much funding.
Yeah. Because it's probably the less likely option to succeed.
The rice shogun said, hey intense mate, just how far is this in the outback?
Oh, I'm like not
Cassett
far
said,
from the ocean.
upkeep on thorium is more expensive and
Kilometres from the ocean, which is down there.
Isn't the issue with thorium the pretty low power density?
Might be, but it's a much more effective way. You can have a thorium reactor anywhere and, meltdown doesn't cause a problem.
Tassett said, the vat needs to be replaced more regularly.
Yeah, it's a cost thing.
The rice shogun said, is it raining there?
Nah, I checked the weather report. There's clouds, but yeah, no rain, apparently. I say, minutes before I get dumped on. All right,
Tassett said, the most effective way is uranium. People just don't like nuclear.
Yeah, it's got a pretty bad stigma. When it goes wrong real bad. So, I can understand. Well, that's why I back coal.
Said that who needs nuclear when you can cover the entire surface of the planet with 40% efficient solar cells?
Hey, you forgot when they leak.
Thorium is safer but a lot worse in most ways.
Those solar things also destroy the land that they're on.
Said, is that sparks coming out the ground then in front of your bike?
Nah, it's just rocks. And they get in the light beam. There they are. I reckon that's what it is. I reckon one of those rocks got kicked up into where the crank is.
The rice
metal. Eventually, away.
Bassett said,
with a little rock there into my legs.
Music Place said, cranking those rocks.
Even the other bike, it's got wheel covers, and they were still kicking out and hitting me. So just the only way for them to not do that is on a dry day. But
Music
yeah,
Place said,
winter.
Why you crank that intense boy.
Apparently, Soldier Boy's cracking the shits because you can't get on.
It's a whole new meaning to getting your rocks off.
On Streamer University. And I'm thinking that guy hasn't been relevant for 20 years. It's a shit if he's not on it. Dude just wants free clout. Should be a nice view up ahead. This thing goes up a little bit and there's like a little lake. So we're nearly there. Oh, 7 Ks? It said that like 5 Ks ago. So this is the halfway mark, pretty much. Yeah, this takes way longer than I thought. We'll go the full way and then we'll just double back. And then one day...
Beauty Place said, nice view, topless beach.
Yeah, it is nice up here. There's hardly anyone using this trail either. We saw just those 2 people walking at the start before and that was it. And the other day I only saw 2 guys. I don't think people are even aware that it's open yet.
The rice shogun said, he lost his representative when he tried to release his own consoles.
Ah, oh, I remember that. Yeah, that didn't go very well. That was around the same era as the Ouya. Also failed horribly.
Place said, yeah, been doing scans for a while.
What is it with artists that get wealthy quickly and then try on these like stupidly ambitious projects and it just blows up in their face. Someone's got to be like, yeah, man, that's a good idea. You should totally do that. Like, yes, ma'am.
Tacit said, forgot about Booyah.
It's like Akon with his $1 trillion or $1 billion city.
Tacit said, cause they got lucky.
I think it's a case of just fools and their money are easily departed. I was watching this video the other day. These two girls that make like chess videos, the Botas sisters. They won some Mr. Beast thing.
Jessama Spirit Animal said,
got 100.
Why, vroom, vroom.
Yeah, we're going. They got $100,000 US.
Tacit said, the winning artists invested in silly but winning businesses.
Yeah, like the smart ones just put it into
Jessama
boring
Spirit
businesses.
Animal said, is this a bicycle?
Yes, it is. Not an e-bike. I got to use my legs today. I used an e-bike the other day on this trail.
Beauty Place said, yeah, no, if I was stupidly wealthy, I'd open shops to repair cars for the less fortunate. Tacit said, remember Raycon, bro made bank off those silly headphones.
Oh yeah, true. But that's sort of like industry adjacent. Like going from making music to a games console developer is a totally different thing. It's a completely different industry. I can actually go a bit quicker here. Yeah, I'll have to come through here during the day one day. In summer, this will be great. Because I can just go whenever I want, like sort of set off at about 3, 4 o'clock. And it'll be bright all the way through and dry. 50 just blew his money as well.
Said, I mean, it's tons of monies.
Yeah, it's a branding thing though.
The Rice Shogun said, reminds me when Melby owns an armoured military-grade vehicle.
It shows you just how powerful branding is, that you can convince people to buy something because it has a status of some sort, as opposed to being good quality. Like the mix between quality and status is so divorced now that people don't even care. People will just buy something because it gives you a status.
Said, yeah.
But the funny thing is the only other people that care about that status is other people who are equally stupid. I can see the ocean over there. That little dip in the trees behind, that's the ocean. Or it's a bay, it's Inverloch Bay. So we're getting there, 6 Ks to go.
Tacit said, yeah, cause turns out most people don't care about audiophile stuff, they just want good grip.
Yeah, people just want to be able to buy status.
Beauty Place said, give me the tiny company that costs more and puts their whole heart into the product over the hyper-mid garbo from some celebrity brand.
Yeah, something that's good and successful. Somebody who cares about the end product, what it's actually used for. Instead of just appearing to look good to random people who don't matter. See how much momentum we can carry up this hill. Oh, that wasn't too bad actually. Made it all the way up.
The company is getting rolled by Chinese copycats.
Ah, no. Big bloody hill. There we go. I'm a big believer in just like buy it once and then never buy it again. Buy the one that's going to last you. Buy the good one. Because if you buy cheap crap, like it won't last. It won't be good. You're still going to want the better one. So just hold out, save up a bit more, get the good stuff. But I'm also a complete hypocrite because my stream setup is all the cheapest shit available. It's like, what is the bare minimum I need to get this functional? And that's what I've done. Although I will be upgrading things in the future. I'm kind of torn between getting...
Beauty Place said, I was supposed to purchase new phones next paycheck.
When I get, a bit of extra cash, I can either get a phone with USB 3, and they're all kind of $800 and up. And that would mean I can do 1080p through the DSLR. which is like treadmill streams and car streams. Oh yeah, I can get through. I thought that was shut for a second. Or I can get like a cheap one.
The place didn't take monies when I made purchase, so I've been calculating numbers off the expected value, not actual value in the bank.
Ah,
Tacit said, I'm of the mind you buy the cheapest thing and then when it breaks you buy the good thing.
yeah.
Because so often you want something but don't end up using it all that much.
Yeah, that's true.
Which
And you get it
means
immediately.
it'll be another effing month.
I guess it comes down to how expensive it is. Like if the cheapest thing is still a pretty hefty investment, you're still better off buying the good one. And then if you're not happy with it, you can just sell it. There we go, there's Inverloch. Fuck, it's gonna be dark on the way back. But we'll keep going, we'll hit the town. I'll make it all the way to the beach and then we'll come back. Oh, hang on, there's yeah.
Beauty Place said, who wants to fund my audiophile habit?
There we go. No one. Doesn't benefit us.
Beauty Place said, I need a bolder amplifier. Tacit said, yeah, like cars we don't buy the cheapest thing.
Yeah, that'd be a Chinese car. When the smart thing to do is to buy a Korean car. Because Korean cars are really good value and they're very reliable now. Or fairly reliable. I mean, they do have the 7-year warranties, etc. Ah, nice. It's all downhill until it isn't. How's the light? Is it bright enough for you guys to see? Should be. I've only got one more brightness setting that is brighter than this one.
Said, by Japanese, least Korean.
Yeah, Japanese
Beauty
is
Place said,
more premium.
I made a YUGE change in 09.
And I might turn you guys,
They hired some dude that knew what he was doing.
might bump up the volume a bit. Normally I have this speaker on full volume, but it's in this pouch and that sort of cuts it down a bit. But because it's just exposed now, it gives me more range. So when I stop, I'll boost it up a little. Oh my God.
Tacit said, same price here, but Hyundai has more options at the same trim.
Yeah, I'm a big believer that Kia are like a very slept on company. Kia and Suzuki. For Japan, Suzukis are amazing. They're such good value, very reliable, and you get a lot of stuff, but people just seem to skip over that brand for some reason.
Tacit said, so lease Korean for all the cool stuff and give it back before anything gets annoying. Beauty Place said, so, I once thought of doing an automotive OEM.
You thought of doing an automotive OEM, what do you mean by that? Original equipment manufacturer. Alright, I think we got to cross over. Yeah, it goes around the corner and then you cross over and then you cross over again. It's kind of silly how they've done this.
Tacit said, Kia is decent, yeah, they stagger their releases behind Hyundai so they're more reliable. 2 extra years of perfecting the latest Hyundai design.
Yeah, I think Hyundai actually own Kia. I believe they have like part ownership in that company. So their leadership's like, okay, we're going to launch our models before yours, and then you can do yours. We made it. This is Inverloch. Oh, they fixed that. That wasn't there the other day. That was like a step, like a 90-degree step. I was worried about bursting tires on it. They've put a little bit of extra concrete there. That's crazy. That happened just like, what, 2 days ago?
Tacit said, they do completely. Hyundai bought out Kia a while back.
Yeah, I thought so.
They're on the same platform.
Yeah.
Beauty Place said, design the entire machine to be properly modular. Want the big engine? Easy, slap it in. Premium suspension, slap it. Better body kit, slap it, etc. etc.
Okay.
Also, offer multiple tunes, factory, granny tune, zoom tune, etc.
I mean, they try to do that. It's just, is the market there for it? You know, not everyone wants like a batshit crazy Toyota Corolla. Majority of the sales are like the cheaper brands. There's a good video the other day. I saw, what was it, the Car Wow guy. He went to Japan, he was talking to the Toyota CEO, about the new, what are they doing? The new Celica MR2 that's coming. So they've got the testbed platform out, and you got to check that out. And they were checking out like the Corolla, the GR
YouTube
Corolla.
Play said, see, when you go fast, you have tire noise.
It's
I
not.
think that's your noise.
No, that's always there. So hang on, I'll show you. Hear this noise here? This is me coasting.
YouTube Play said, Sulika.
Wait, here, listen. So that's normal. And then if I pedal hard, it's this noise.
Tassat said, interestingly, when Hyundai bought Kia, Kia was the bigger car company, but Hyundai was the bigger conglomerate.
Yeah, because they do a lot of other things. Yeah, that noise. That's not tyre noise. That's only when I pedal. But it's only when I pedal hard, which is weird. Like the volume of the noise increases as I put more load on the drivetrain. Oh yeah, they got this like...
Tassat said, that sounds like something winding.
Yeah, we got a snake here. I don't know if you can see it. It's an art.
Tassat said, I assume you're going against the e-bike assist.
This isn't an e-bike. This is just my normal mountain bike. Oh, something smells like vinegar here. It's a weird smell.
YouTube Play said, I know art.
Yeah, I don't. How many millions did this cost them? Pour some concrete and put some rocks in it. It's completely useless too. Like no one's ever going to use this to sit on. Oh, let's go shit next to the bike track for no reason. That'll be fun. It's consistent too. Like it doesn't matter which side I pedal on. Ah, there we go. Getting the right gear. All right, we've got a little bit more to go, and then we're at the beach. Dark, it's gonna be dark going home. Yeah, so I don't know this town at all. I barely know how to get around it. I know if I follow this path, it eventually takes me to McDonald's or like the main part of town. I also know how to get to the beach, which is like, you just keep following it, just goes straight to it. G'day. Oh, I forgot to turn the speakers up.
Tassat said, in which case it's your bottom bracket bearing.
It could be. I still think it's like a little piece of gravel has gotten in there and it's just rolling around causing problems. The bearing
YouTube Play
itself...
said, you know what I quite severely need, like RN.
The bracket itself spins quite freely.
YouTube Play said, bacon, 5 kilograms of it, in my face hole.
Oh, just get a pig. They're made of bacon. Yeah, so this is as far as I got the other day. And it wasn't quite this dark. So I turned around, made it home. That was on the e-bike too. How long has it been since I started streaming? An hour? Okay. Takes an extra 20 minutes.
They're made of bacon.
Yeah, they are. G'day. All right, we're gonna go all the way to the beach. Already here, might as well. It's just up there, it's at the end of this road. And then we're doing a U-turn and going home. So it takes quite a bit longer to get here. It was 45 minutes on the e-bike and like an hour and 5 minutes on this. So there's a good 20-minute difference.
YouTube Play said, I would like to have a hobby farm, NGL.
Yeah, actually, Clarkson's Farm, the new season's just started. I just watched 2 episodes of that last night. I think they're up to episode 6. Really good show. Very well put together.
YouTube Play said, where can I find venture capitalists to scam to fund my hobby farm?
You need to find like hippies or people who are like really into that sort of thing. There we go, there's the beach right there. There might be a little bike path up here. This is like I think it's the Lifesaver Club. I won't interrupt them, we'll keep going.
YouTube Play said, I could totally start a commune.
I've got to find, I'm sure there's a little
YouTube
bike
Play
path
said,
up here.
been wanting to for 20 years.
I guess we'll just go on the other side of the road and chuck my light on. Yeah, there'll be a little lookout up ahead. So I just need to find that. The good news is it's not cold, so I'm not going to be freezing on the way back. What's this? Can I get up there? Yes, I can. Oh, it's all sand. Shit. All right, we'll walk it. We got a bunch of sand in my shoes, but whatever.
Tacit said, waited for 20 years for random money from the sky.
We're nearly there. So there we go, ocean. We made it. This is all just a big bay, so it's all protected from over there. It sort of curves all the way around.
Beauty Place said, well, I don't know where yet. And the initiative isn't strong enough to actively seek funding.
Really nice beach. Hang on, does this make you louder? I gotta make
Beauty Place said, today, I'm thinking Boonies, Wyoming.
There we go. Yeah, the thing with farms is nobody makes money with them. Like hobby farms, you know, there's a reason only wealthy people have them. Because it's basically a hobby.
Tacit said, in that case you didn't want it bad enough look of triumph.
Oh, someone's getting robbed. Beware the traffic.
Beauty Place said, don't need to make money, just need to live my life.
Yeah, you need a lot of people. The labour needed to run one of those is a lot. G'day. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna go back. You know what, we might get lucky. Maybe the clouds will clear up a bit and let a bit more light through. All right, it got dark fast. There we go. You know, that little grinding noise is getting better. Whatever it is running out, getting ground down. I should aim this up a bit more, it's kind of low. I can't though, I'll have to adjust it at home. It's on too tight. Because that's high beam, right? And if I go low beam, like there's barely anything.
Beauty Place said, yeah, I have 5 friends that said they would totally join me if I can find the land. 1 butcher, 2 gardeners. I'm an electrician, mechanical engineer.
Just got to go online, man. Find a bunch of
Beauty
preppers.
Place said, just need a pair of carpenters and a pair of ranchers and it'll be good to go.
You know what you should do? Where is it? I always forget the name of the state that they're all in, but you should go where the Amish are. They've got everything you want, you know, just minus the technology. Pennsylvania, that's where you should go. They've already got all that stuff set up for you.
Beauty Place said, Pennsylvania. Hard pass.
They got some of the healthiest people in America over there, man. Amazing how that works out.
Beauty Place said, surrounded by words I'll keep off stream.
But yeah, it's I've thought about it, right? So all the
Beauty Place
all the
said,
Amish people.
I'm not anti-tech, though. Must have interwebs.
The only reason all those Amish people can survive like that is because a civilization with greater technology defends them, right? So you couldn't scale that up to like a country level because you'd just get invaded and get your ass kicked. So they're effectively living under the umbrella of, you know, technology. That's what allows them to even exist.
Beauty Place said, sure, look at Iraq.
Exactly. Just takes a more advanced civ to come along. If you got anything of value, well, now they've got an incentive to go in and take it. Oh yeah. Usually very dark. What's the time? Far out, it's only 5:30. So early. You know, in summer it'd be like, you wouldn't even know it, like the sun's setting now. The bike's feeling better. I think that's exactly what it was. It was just a little
Beauty
thing.
Place said, winter time.
There's a little thing just ground down and it's smoothing itself out. It fixed itself. So we can go back a bit quicker. Oh, we'll go on the right. So that noise right now, that's my tyres.
Beauty Place said, here, RN, we have sunrise at 0430 and sets at 2130.
Yeah, you got all that daylight. I'm slightly jealous because the winters here are long. They take a long time to pass. Last year's winter felt like it went for 9 months. It was insane. And then we had a really short summer.
Beauty Place said, it's disgusting.
No, I love it, man. Sunlight, it lets you do stuff. When it's just cold, wet and dark, you can't get anything done, man.
Beauty Place said, give me 4 hours of daylight, max.
They have that in Finland and like the Scandinavian countries because they're so far north. And they actually need to give all their people like vitamin D pills because they're just not getting enough. Causes all sorts of health issues like low bone density and all that. Oh, we gotta go up this hill.
Beauty Place said, and Alaska.
Yeah. Alaska's crazy though. It's so isolated and remote. Yeah, it's part of America because they bought it, but the culture up there is very different. Very independent and somewhat self-reliant. They still have to get a lot of stuff shipped in.
Beauty Place said, Alaska is YUGE.
Still crazy. America's just like, hey Russia, can we buy this? And like, how much? Like, oh, I don't know, I'll give you a couple million. Okay, you can have it. Thank you. So generous. Do you want to chuck this bit in for free? No, this is ours. And then they went to war with Japan for the northern islands up there. There's an island north of Hokkaido. The Japanese wanted it and the Russians didn't want to get rid of it.
I think it was like 30,000 United States dollars.
Yeah, it was like fuck all money. And then like what? Decades later, hey, there's oil here, boys. Oh shit. That was a bad mistake. Yeah, well, it's not like commies are good with their money.
Cassett said, the Russian Empire didn't want to waste the manpower extended that far. In retrospect, they wish they'd have kept it.
Yeah, it was a huge mistake.
Beauty Place said, oh, 7.2 mil, NVM.
Yeah, but inflation adjusted, be probably quite a bit. But I think like dollars per square mile.
Said, it was the Empire at the time, not the USSR.
Yeah, pre-World War II, it was all empires. Then the Americans are like to the Japanese, nah, you can't have an empire. We're keeping our oil to ourselves. Meanwhile, the US just, Middle East is all cool, we're expanding our empire over there. We're controlling the lot. Everybody's a vassal state. Oh, this is going to be pain
Tassett
going
said,
back.
the best value land purchase I think was the Louisiana Purchase.
Yeah, it was almost free, wasn't it? It was like $100 or something from the French. Because a lot of the time land can be seen as a burden. You need to maintain it, manage it, etc. If you scale it down and look at just property, like if you have like a 5-acre property, just maintaining the grass costs a lot of time and effort and resources. That's why most people don't want a big property, because it's a...
Tassett said, it was like $7 a km.
Yeah, it was bugger all. And that was before Art of the Deal was written. So the Americans were onto something, man. After that, imagine. Oh, they would have got it for way better price. All right, let's go. It's the last downhill bit for a while. Bloody rocks, man. They're everywhere. The other thing that sucks about this grinding is it adds more friction when I pedal. So I just can't go fast. Yeah, I should rip this whole thing apart and figure out what the hell's going on. I hear squeaking too. That's not good. Yeah, we are well and truly out of daylight. Like, this is all we got left. That small little patch up there.
Said, apparently Russia thought that having the US surround BC would cause Britannia lots of headache. Tacit said, I'm convinced it's the bottom bearing that's worn.
I don't think it is, because that got replaced not that long ago. And it's a sealed bearing, so nothing can get in there.
Tacit said, nah, Canada didn't even extend that far at the time. Viceroy said, while you worry about your bike, in going to bed, my face hurts lol.
Have a good one.
Utica said, there was a naval base in what is now BC.
Yeah, that's on the Pacific Ocean side too, huh? How does that affect the British? Oh, when you said British before, you meant BC, yeah?
said, Eskimo, apparently.
Oh, that's easier. Oh, I got like a Christmas tree or something over there. That looks cool. Oh, I'm gonna be stuffed after this.
Utica said, Wiki entry, Russia continued to see an opportunity to weaken British power by causing British Columbia, including the Royal Navy base at Eskimo, to be surrounded or annexed by American territory.
Oh, okay.
Tacit said, Canada was slightly past Ontario at the time of Alaska's sale. That entire area outside of Alaska was basically a free-for-all.
Yeah, it's just whoever can get there and settle it first, really.
Utica said, that's what I thought, too. Tacit said, I do like that a lot of history at the time was because fuck the Brits.
Well, they were the ruling empire at the time. People weren't happy with that. And it was still, the 1776 side of things, so that was like a major turning point. It was like the first point the Brits really got set back. And now look at them. Now they're pathetic. Okay, we've got to go around. Still got this one sign here. It stops you going up. The other day I just lifted my bike over it, but it's easier to just go around. Ooh, it's dark. So it took like an hour and 5 to get here.
Tacit said, the French monarchy got deposed cause they went into debt funding the American Revolution because fuck the Brits.
Yeah, they didn't even give a shit. They're just like, you're fighting my enemy? Let me get my credit card. Revenge for Napoleon. Crazy how that tiny little island,
right?
How that tiny little island just dominated the world, all because they hit steam tech first, effectively.
Utica said, so yet another example of the US screwing nearly an entire planet.
It's just history, man. If it wasn't them, it would have been someone else. Okay, this way. If I go right there, it's just private property. What would suck is if on the way back they shut one of the gates. But it's set open, and I hope it stays that way. Oh yeah, I can turn this off. There we go. Had my shock locked out. That was silly. Yeah, I was coming back the other day through here. It looked really nice. Sun was setting. You could still see all the fields and the lake and all that. I've got to adjust this light higher. It's I had to transfer it from my bike, and I just can't see as far ahead as I used to.
Has always been curious to me.
Yeah, they did that
Do
down
my
here.
tax dollars have a curfew?
They did that here. Oh yeah, that whole thing in Canada where they're like kicking people off the beach after a certain time, after the sun goes down. You got cops turning up saying, "You got to go home, boys." Like, fuck off, man. It's public infrastructure. Stay as long as the bloody want. Sometimes when I'm just watching YouTube, I'll get bored and I'll open up Facebook Reels. I know, I'm a boomer. I use Facebook because I just don't give a shit what they track on me.
Tacit said, the cost of D3Ling with the damage the riff-raff cause after hours is too high, sadly.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with YouTube destroying my algorithm based on shorts that I watch. And I found one, it's called Welcome to Melbourne or something like that, or This is Melbourne. And it's just reels of like the PSOs.
Place said, the older I get, the more strongly I feel about becoming part of the system to affect changes.
They gatekeep. They only let a certain ideological type on the inside. They'll kick you out real fast if they find out you're not one of them. It's completely broken. But yeah, it's just PSOs harassing people and people filming it. PSOs
said,
are just like...
we got rivers and lakes with too much shit causing algae blooms because of our new citizens.
Yeah. Yeah, the other day I saw a video, so it's just some dude with like a bucket full of trash, big bucket, he's just throwing it on someone's lawn. It's like, dude, we have garbage bins.
Horrendous ecosystem damage.
Yep. Oh well, there's a solution to all that, but I'm not going to go there. We'll try to keep things apolitical. I just know things will get worse before they get better. But I'm lucky I'm out in the countryside.
Place said, keep my mouth shut about how that should be solutioned.
Yeah. But out in the countryside, we're not affected by it so much. And the change is extremely noticeable. I hated living in Melbourne towards the end. And when I moved out here, it was like, just felt like what I grew up with. Like, this is nice. It's a high trust society.
Would you say it's so effective that it would be the last solution we need?
No.
Like a final solution.
We're not going there. I'm not an advocate for violence. I'm still a believer that every life has value. But it's away from me. What is that? Must be a sign up ahead reflecting off my light. Yeah, I got to adjust this light up a bit more.
Place said, it's not violence if you call Thanos. No one is hurt.
It'll be an interesting, 10 years. We'll see how things play out. I think it's inevitable what's going to happen. You just can't piss that many people off and do things so quickly.
Plus, free cars and houses.
Well, lower prices at least. But that's an issue too. Like, our economic system is built on unending growth. Everything has to grow in order for it to function. The way money's created. It's created with debt. Every piece
said, we are witness to the fall of a mighty civilization. Worldwide infrastructure.
It's temporary, man. But every bit of money from any central bank...
said, it's not going to get any better for another 200 years, minimum.
Nah. Things move faster now, way faster thanks to the internet. But yeah, all the money, it gets printed with debt behind it, and that debt carries interest. And then how do you pay back the interest? Well, you need more debt. So it's an exponential system, and it's designed to break. And it doesn't work. You know, like the planet only has so many resources on it, only so much you can grow into it. And when you hit those limits, well, the financial system doesn't match it anymore. And I think that's what we're seeing now. We're hitting those limits. You just can't have unending growth. It doesn't work. Oh man, we got a long ass ride back. I've been trying to wrap my head around the landmarks here.
It's intentional to keep you from saving money. It's designed to keep you assigning money places instead of keeping it in one place.
Yeah, it is. It's a constant erasure of your wealth and savings. But it's also a way to just, you know, stealthily tax people to pay for things that they don't want. You just print more money. And the people don't notice until months later when inflation kicks in. That's why everything costs so much since COVID, because they printed money like crazy.
Tacit said, indeed, indeed.
We've got a much more advanced way around all that. Like, I'm a big believer in cryptocurrencies. Or one in particular. Because it can actually be used as money. You know, there's no like transaction limitations. There's no middleman. It's direct, like from one peer to another peer. But you know, the moment you start talking about this stuff, people's eyes just glaze over. They don't want to hear it. Like the whole cryptocurrency, Bitcoin thing is so tainted with bad experiences over the years. People just don't care. They've got like a predetermined reaction to just hearing it. So I try not to talk about it too much. But I do have a little project I want to build, which is kind of centered around it. It's not a like Fiverr. You just connect people.
Said, it's still far too volatile to be used as infrastructure.
Sort of. It's too volatile to be used as savings. It no matter the price. That's the important thing, and that's what's missing. Once you've got like true utility, like people actually using it as a currency, the volatility problem just goes away. What I want to build is, yeah, like a Fiverr where people can coordinate amongst each other, list and add, request a service type deal, and then you just put in contact with the other person and you just pay them directly. No middleman, the site doesn't take a cut, nothing like that. Just works. No conversion fees, anything like that. It's just one of those things that I need time. I need like a couple months to just sit down and build it. And I'm tempted now to vibe code it. I reckon I could get it up and running pretty quickly. I want to do it in a PHP Laravel as well, just because I'm familiar with it. So if I'm vibe coding it, I can always, you know, I still understand what's going on. If I throw it together with like React and TypeScript and shit like that, man, I got no idea what it's doing. Like I could learn. Oh, that's a big hill. There we go.
Tacit said, I'm trying so hard to move away from PHP outside of WordPress projects.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. But I'm just going to stick with it because I'm familiar with it. And I hate modern design where you just have like dynamically loaded objects. Like just load the whole thing into the actual page with a PHP thing. It's just
Plays said,
easier.
Oh, intense, I'm going to DM you a thing.
Yeah, man, send it through. I'll check it out.
Plays said, keep at your own rate. Tacit said, I dug myself into a hole cause I got too good at WordPress lol.
Yeah, I actually started with Joomla.
Tacit said, oh, you can do static site generation with React.
Yeah, you can. I know you can. But I don't like the whole idea of using like Node and all that shit. Just use PHP. For me, it's just easier. That's the boomer in me.
Tacit said, most people don't do it and they fuck up their own CO.
Oh, dude, people just like import so many dependencies and then the whole thing runs like shit. And they don't understand what the hell's going on because it's not their code running it. PHP is clean. And it's isolated, like everything's like compartmentalized. If something fucks up, you can find out why. And then you can go in and fix it. Yeah, cheers man, I'll check that out later.
Tacit said, might as well use HTMX as you wanna be super minimal.
Yeah, but then you gotta learn a whole new thing. And I'm lazy, I don't wanna do that. Plus it's only for one project. So I'd like to learn it using Laravel, which is a framework, a PHP framework that's just got, it's got customer accounts already built in. It's got everything built in that I need. I could get this thing up and running pretty quick and then just style it and make it work. And then later on I could I have to find a way to monetize it, but I don't care about that right now.
I'd rather go back to 20 years ago interwebs.
Yeah, same.
Back when it worked.
That's why I prefer the older stuff, because it does work. It's simple. You have a page URL that shows an instance of a page, as opposed to now, where it's just the top level domain name, and then you got to navigate through all this dynamically generated shit to get to what you want to see. Oh, you want to share it? Well, you better hope the app has a way of sharing it.
Tacit said, I've recently moved some projects to PostgreSQL and by God WordPress is missing out so bad with MySQL.
Yeah, databases have come a long way. But yeah, I think this idea I've got, I don't know if it's got any legs in terms of monetization, but in terms of value between people, I think it has. There's definitely something there for it. The hard bit is how do you make it not open to scams?
Uticlay said, I'm convinced that 90% of sites that appear in search results of any engine are generative sloth.
Oh man, most of them are. Like, fuck it. Google is just like, show me Reddit. Google is just Reddit search now, and it's shit.
Tacit said, pretty much at this point.
I find myself using Grok more and more just for searching, because it shows me the result and it gives me the source material, and it'll just search everything
Uticlay said,
more quickly.
Quant is YT search.
Or I'll use
Tacit said,
Yandex.
Google is ruining the search experience to get you used to AI overview.
Yeah. Oh man, I started turning against Google in 2016. There would be things that I could search
Tacit
up
said,
and then they just disappeared.
A zero-click future.
They started removing results, and then they started pruning results. You could search up like a really commonly written about topic and there'll be like 10 pages tops on it. Whereas old Google would have like hundreds of pages.
Uticlay said, I haven't used Google since, ever.
Yeah, if you dug deep enough, you could find stuff. Now it's just trash. I find it funny how so many businesses still give a shit about SEO. It's like, mate, no matter what you do, you're not ranking anymore. That game is gone.
Uticlay said, I've never used Google as primary search engine.
I mean, I used to.
Tacit said, haven't used Google since 08 or so when XClick first came out.
It was good back then. Up until sort of 2015, it was good. It was very powerful, very useful. But then they started censoring it, and then they started pruning results.
Tacit said, are you kidding? SEO's never been easier. Uticlay said, before it became Bing, mine was Yahoo.
SEO it's about how much content you can pump out now. I saw the
Tacit
shift.
said, they allow all sorts of spam now.
Since Google started prioritizing time spent on site and split across pages, it became a game of who can pump out the most content. For any like really competitive search term. I just gave up. I'm like, man, fuck this. My clients can't afford it. They're not interested in that. Go social. So you'll get way better bang for your buck. But yeah, I'm getting out of that whole thing. I'm not interested in it anymore. Oh yeah, we're going to drop this next little bit.
Yeah, social is faster too.
Yeah, and people trust it more.
Tacit said, CO is an annoyingly slow game.
Yeah, we're going to drop connection up here, so just
Play said,
bear with me.
that's why my goal has shifted from making monies on YT Twitch to making monies from shop and just post useful things.
Yeah, exactly. And then have like a content funnel that's relevant to it. It's the best way to do things now. It takes more work to set up, but it pays off a lot more. Oh, my legs.
Tacit said, but I do still love it cause when you have it, it's free money.
Yeah, it is. If you can find something that's, there's a gap there that hasn't been filled yet. Otherwise you're competing with established sites and it's very hard to knock them down or just get in front of them. Oh, sandblasting intensifies.
Tacit said, oh yeah, I use RFs to find gaps and build topical clusters.
I just don't bother anymore. For small businesses like social,
Tacit
you can target.
Said, then I start stealing weak rankings as my site grows in authority.
Yeah. But
Play said, so apparently my format is pretty unique.
What is it?
Most of the few comments I do get are like, I love the humor and engineering, while you show how to do the job.
Oh, on your videos. All right, where do I go? We go through there. It all looks very different when it's dark. But social allows you to target geographically, like what very accurately, like to where it's relevant for a business. And the only way to do that with Google is like Google Business or Google Ads. Google Business is very underutilized.
I just have to work on production quality, I suppose.
Like majority of the SEO search traffic that I generated was from just Google Maps listings. If you've got a physical location for your business, man, easy mode. Make sure you got like a warehouse or a factory or an office. But if you're running your business from home...
Yeah, the amount of biz owners that don't use GMB is crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. And then you push reviews and gives you the authority and yeah, Google just pushes it even harder. And then it starts shoving you on the front page. But if you're running a business from home and you don't want to put your address up there, then it's difficult. Then it's way harder. Because Google doesn't want to know you. And then you're up against established sites and yeah, then you got to find those little niches.
Said, use a postal box.
They cracked down on that. They don't do that anymore.
I do that for my agency.
PO boxes, you can't authorize a Google Maps listing with anymore. They got rid of that a few years ago. It used to work. And then they're like, oh, everyone's doing this. We can't have that. They're not real businesses. It's not cold out here. It's still quite nice. Like I'm sweating. I got my jumper on. I need a drink.
Tacit said, instead of PO, you just write box.
All right, I know where I am now.
Tacit said, haven't had any issues.
I'll try that.
Play said, why not? Sweet XX.
I've got a client who used to have a warehouse office set up and now he's gone back to like a home setup. And he had a good ranking site and he told me to take it down because in COVID he wasn't doing that work anymore. I'm like, are you sure, man? Like we've built up a lot of stuff on here. He's like, yeah, take it down. So I did.
Tacit
and the
said,
traffic just died.
Plays, yeah, my friend rent a broom closet and made up a sweet number lol.
Yeah, you need just like a little Rob CD office.
Plays said, right, exactly that.
You just need a little closet with a physical address and yeah, then you can get around that little loophole. Like I think that's how Rob CD has his visa set up. I'm pretty sure he has a business visa.
Tacit said, he pays the secretary $20 a month to text him when he gets mail.
AI agent secretary. Easier. But yeah, when Rob set up his started streaming full time. I think he set it up as like a business visa, which is why he got the office. But he's probably been in Japan long enough now, like the 10-year limit, that it doesn't matter anymore. But that was a loophole back then. You could just get a tiny little office. Oh, yep, I have a business. I'm the employee, blah, blah, blah. Here's my, what was it, like 30 grand. Get it up and running, and then that's it, man. You got yourself a visa. And then you could probably snap up like a 3 or 5 year visa off that. But yeah, they shut that down and jacked up the price. I think it's like 300 grand now or something like that. So what that does is it makes it so that serious businesses apply, as opposed to the little small dinky ones that more just expensive hobbies. Yeah, the grinding's going away. I'm pedaling pretty hard now and it's not doing it as much. So my theory is a little rock got between the crank and the housing and it's just getting ground down and eventually it'll just fall out. Usually there's a good view here. Right now I can't see shit. Oh, is that people? Nah, that's just, oh, it's coming at me. Maybe it's a car. Oh, my arms. Yeah, SEO had a good run. If you got on that early, man, and you did the yearly contracts, you're raking it in. People were putting out contracts that are like, oh, sign up for a year, $3,000 a month, here's what we'll do for you. No guarantee on results. No guarantee on any sort of like return. And businesses were just signing up left, right and center, throwing their money away like idiots. Oh, it's a house. That's what it is. That's good, we're near civilization.
Tacit said, yeah, I never did that. I ran niche sites during that era.
Yeah, I didn't do it either. I operated month by month and I'd do monthly meetings with like a report to show what we did, what you got, how the
Tacit
site's
said,
reflecting on it.
HCU hit shortly after I started my agency.
And I had a few good hits like that. I had like a Melbourne landscaping site. They got like page rank 1. They were doing really well, but the guy running the business was an idiot. Ran it into the ground.
Clay said, intense, is that a person? No, it's a car. Oh, wait, that's a house.
Yeah, I rank them in order of threat to me. A house is non-threatening.
Clay said,
car is minor
how
threat.
old are you, man?
House is big threat. It's a bird, it's a plane. Nah, it's just a house, you idiot. There's still a little bit of light in the sky, but that might just be
Tacit said,
streetlights from
but
the town.
since I pay for better data, I kinda like SEO today since I can still rank, but most of the competitors basically gave up.
Man, I had this really good tool. It was like Mango Tools or SEO Mango or some shit like that. And I got in as they just got started and it was like, I think it was like $50 for the year subscription. And they'd show you all, they'd index all the search terms and everything. So you could just research everything, it was amazing. And then I let it slip.
Tacit said, plus AI citations are basically SEO.
Yeah, I let it slip and then to sign up again, it was like $300 a year. I'm like, man, I'm not doing that. See ya. Yeah, I saw an interesting video the other day and it states that human-to-human contact is becoming a luxury good. It's a status, basically a status symbol. And I fully believe it because with the AI rollout and, you know, the cut down in businesses.
Place said, FK subscription life in its entirety.
Yeah. But with like, there's just less human-to-human contact. People have smaller friend groups or they interact with their friend groups online rather than in person. So it's becoming a total luxury. Like I'm fully convinced that in the future you'll still have like human-to-human contact services, but they're going to cost more. Whereas the AI ones will be cheaper. And then those human-to-human ones, like they're still going to be using AI on the back end anyway. It's just people want that human touch to it.
YouTube Plays said, Wally incoming.
Pretty much. It depends how people adopt it. I'm hoping there's like a big social push against it. Like, you can't just dehumanise society to that level and expect people to be happy or anything. Man, that hill wrecked my legs.
Duke_DBZ said, I had a fox jump me this morning instead of a roo.
G'day, Duke. Yeah, there's a lot of foxes out and about now. Shit, they were where I used to live, and we were kind of, you know, inner Melbourne. Oh, not really inner Melbourne. It'd be considered inner Melbourne now. I used to ride along the Yarra.
Play said, it's not about happy PPL. It's about keeping them miserable.
Yeah, but are people going to put up with that? I don't know, we'll see. But I used to ride from my place to the city, along the Yarra, along the freeway, Monash Freeway. And yeah, there'd be foxes in
said,
like Glen Iris.
The more miserable PPL are, the more pills and products they'll purchase. They already do.
Maybe in America, like that's very common over there. Oh, rabbit. Over here, not so much. The whole like, you guys have like every second ad on TV is like a pharmaceutical ad. We don't have that here. It's a different culture in that respect. But yeah, I do agree. You know, damage a person and you got a customer for life type deal.
YouTube Plays said, I wouldn't know.
Alright, we're nearly out of here. There's the left-hand turn.
YouTube Plays said, Haven had TV in greater than 15 years.
Oh yeah, I don't watch it either, man. Even a
Tacit
cable
said,
TV.
Yeah, cause America's the only country in the world that allows farmer ads.
No, it's not just that, it's just that they're so prevalent. Like they spend so much money
Tacit
advertising.
said, it's the highest LTV category.
What's break?
Duke_DBZ said, isn't the laptop the new TV now?
Well, you've gone from like free to air TV. It's still a centralised source of information.
I do Twitch, music, and personal projects.
Now a lot of people just watch YouTube or they'll just watch Netflix or some streaming service.
Tacit said, the tablet is probably the new TV loudly crying.
Yeah, for like the younger generations, it definitely is. All right, this is the last little stretch. This will take me back to town. You can see it over there.
Said, oh, wait, intense. I'm gonna DM you another thing. I'll send you my test harness spreadsheet.
Yeah, flick it through, man. I'll check it out. Yeah, you can see the town over there, so we're pretty close. Nearly back. Bloody long ride. I'll feel good for it though. It's definitely a lot harder than the e-bike. I think if I go explore the town, I'll use the e-bike to get there and do that. And if I want to do it for fitness, I'll use this one. It'll be easier when I get this thing fixed up properly. Won't feel so bad about pedaling hard on it. But yeah, I stopped watching TV years ago, man. Like basically...
YouTube Play said, I have a friend, she's super worried about engine issues because of excess resistance or something.
Yeah, she's probably got like something bound on or there's something grinding away. But yeah, when we got Foxtel when I was in grade 5, right?
YouTube Play said,
like 96.
I think this whole time, she's been thinking I'm running 24 a Reuben Florence wire between the AQ and harness.
Yeah, TV just lost its appeal. As soon as I got broadband and I'm like, man, I can just torrent whatever I want and there's no ads. I can watch every TV show when I want. Yeah, why would I watch TV?
YouTube Play said, WTF did TTS just say?
Hey, you wrote it. It wrote what you said.
YouTube Play said, 24 a Reuben Florence.
AWG, it says a Reuben Florence. Yeah, something got a bit mixed up there. It's because you capitalised it. It doesn't work that well with
Uticlays said, a Ruben
Acronyms.
Florens.
yeah, it struggles with acronyms because there's just so many.
Uticlays said, American wire gauge, TTS.
Right, okay. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I'm going to rip the cranks off this and have a good look at that bottom bracket. Just clean it out. Taking cranks off a bike isn't easy though, it's a real pain in the ass. Usually got to like hit them off with like
Tacit said,
mallet.
a Ruben Florens, the currency. Uticlays said, that's one thing I haven't learned metric for. I really should, but nothing here uses metric wire gauges.
I think we just use
Tacit
millimeters
said,
here.
took me a while to get why it would have said that.
Yeah, we just use
Uticlays
millimeters.
said, yeah, that's why I had to hear it again.
Oh, I'm stuffed. So it's an hour and 5, say an hour 10 minutes. So that's 2 hours and 20 minutes complete riding. No break. I'm nearly back. But the start of this trail is just up ahead.
Uticlays said,
drink.
come on, Grandpa, you got this.
I'm almost out of water.
Duke_DVZ said, it's an e-bike ride. Uticlays
Nah,
said,
it's not.
not today.
I've got access to one, but I'm not using it today. The other one actually ran out.
Tacit said, Intense needs to hook up AI TTS so it gets these intricacies.
I think it's more fun if it fucks it up. It's definitely more interesting. Gives me more chat engagement when people freak out and it says the wrong thing. See, playing all the angles.
Uticlays said, I need to get a local LLM TTS model, TVH.
Get that Odysseus one that PewDiePie released. Seems pretty cool. I'm tempted to run one. When I get a new GPU, I'll get like a 9060
Uticlays
XT.
said, I've got stability matrix. I'd like to find something that it can operate.
It's just, I'd have to find one that can run on like not that much RAM. Like a 16 gig
Tacit
model.
said, use Kokoro. It's currently the best local one you can run on affordable hardware.
Yeah, I think the trick is get a local one and then hook it up to net. Give it net access and then it's fairly good.
Uticlays said, yeah, I'm looking at Kokoro myself.
I'm hoping that's like the direction it all goes in, that people start just wanting local AIs as opposed to data center, centralized service-based ones.
Uticlays said, TTS is pretty lightweight, from what I can tell. Tacit said, yeah, Kokoro is an open source TTS model you can run locally.
Yeah, it should be lightweight, it's just text, man. Should just be able to easily figure out context and get the acronyms correct. Oh man, those hills. Yeah, they get you. To let off all my speed.
Uticlays said, one I found was 18 M points. Tacit said, it's both, local usage is a different caliber from data center caliber.
Oh yeah.
Uticlays said, which, compared to image generators, or full datasets at 70 billion.
I just think having a local one would be quite useful. Nice and privacy minded. I've got another computer I'm actually trying to set up at the moment. It's old, it's a Core 2 Duo, E8200, 6 gig of RAM, EP35 motherboard, and like my old 7970 GPU. But it's got a corrupt BIOS because the battery went flat and it's stuffed up.
Uticlays said, I've been wanting to run Llama locally, but it's pretty heavy.
The reason I'm bringing that up is I have an offline instance of Wikipedia on there, which is great because you can search up whatever you want and no one's probing
Uticlays
and
said,
putting you on a list.
kinda wanna get an Intel Arc for a big boy LLM.
Yeah, I was
Tacit
looking at...
said, Llama is old, sir. Use Gemma 4.
The problem with Intel is they never committed to supporting those GPUs long term. Like they already cancelled the ones after Battle Mage. So I don't know how much support they're going to offer to their existing
Play
ones.
said, the last thing I saw, llama was, middle of last year. Tacit said, much smarter and the newer open source models are more useful.
Oh, that should be the last hill.
Tacit said, Gemma 4 has an 11B and 31B model.
We made it. That's the house at the end of the path.
Tacit said, but they'll browse the web instead of making up answers.
I mean, you're always going to double check your answers anyway. As long as it provides a source, that's the main thing. Like, it's all interpolated answers, which is why I don't really see it as that useful of a tool. It's good for if you've got a known data set. But beyond that, the utility I think
Tacit
is...
said, Utit plays the space moves fast, sir. Last year models couldn't do most things I do in one prompt. Utit plays said, I kinda do just wanna play with an LLM. Just for entertainment.
Like, everything that I use so far, I'm happy with the free ones. They do everything I
Utit
need.
plays said, I kinda would like to have a local coding LLM, actually.
Yeah, I'd love just
Tacit
even like
said,
a Claude subscription.
yeah, if you want to play locally, right now you want to use Gemma 4 and hook it up to web search. Tacit said, it's a shockingly good experience.
What was the one that replaced
Utit plays
Claude?
said, I'll look into it. And I pay for good models.
Like, I'd do it just so I can vibe code shit
Tacit
quicker.
said, 6 months from now it'll be a whole different answer.
Yeah, they do update quite quickly. People jump ship to new models all the time. The companies are changing how they dish out tokens now too. They don't want to just like mass send out tokens to everyone. They want to allocate them to their most efficient
Tacit
users.
said, Kimi K2.6 is the best open source code model right now, but it's a 1 trillion parameter model.
Yes,
You can't host it on consumer hardware.
Need a lot of GPU RAMs for that.
Utit plays said, yeah, instead of learning everything there is to know about Python, just vibe code some shit I only need to use once.
Kind of, like I still want it to be efficient. I don't want bloated code, which AI seems to love doing. Puts all this shit in there that doesn't need to be there. That's why I want to use PHP and Laravel, because it can bloat it and then I can go through and cut it down. Plus I still understand what I'm trying to get it to do. So I can just see how it does it. I'm like, oh, okay. That's the function call I needed to use.
Utit plays said, Tacit, how hard is it to split LLM across multiple GPUs RAM? Tacit said, you can just tell it to refactor.
Yeah, it's easy to
Utit
split
plays
it.
said, different GPUs, I mean.
Ah, they're not all the same.
Tacit said, Utit plays it's not technically hard but you add a huge amount of latency.
Yeah, that's sort of the setup that PewDiePie went with. He's got them all across his PCIe lanes. Like, completely filled them with GPUs.
Tacit said, you go from like 50 tokens per second to 5.
Wait, they weren't even GPUs, they were like
Utit plays said,
they're LLM
I'm not
cards.
worried about time, in this case. More about functionality.
Yeah, just set it there and let it grind away. All right, was that the last hill?
Utit plays said, run a larger model across multiple GPUs, even if it is a bit slower. Tacit said, you can hook up a bunch of Mac Minis together for a larger model,
Yeah, I've seen people doing
but
that.
it's unwieldy slow.
They've spiked the price on a bunch of them. They were snapping them up left, right, and center.
Tacit said, cause the Mac Mini RAM is unified.
Oh, we are back. We made it. Man, everything hurts. It'll be interesting to see how long it took me to get there. How much longer it
I've
took.
got this little mini computer. I'm thinking about running TTS on that and pipe it through my router to the desktop for streams.
I just got to blow my nose quickly. 1 sec.
Tacit said, but it's a huge difference
Alright,
with
we're
the
back.
bigger TTS models like Grok Voice and My Speech. In terms of voice quality,
I'd imagine a local TTS-based LLM would be like very low resource intensive because it's quite an easy thing to do.
Tacit said, Grok's Ara literally sounds like a person. Beautyplays said, what I'd like to do is run my own voice model. I can let the desktop run ad infinitum to train it.
Yeah, just train it across all your videos, easy. Or you could just record yourself like
Tacit
every
said,
day.
I used Kokoro until recently. It's pretty accurate, but it sounds robotic still.
All right, there's a bit I gotta turn up at. Yeah, there it is. There's the park. Turn in here. Have I got my real light on? I do, good. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what people can do with local LLMs.
Tacit said, mind you were talking about open source models for local inference, but I'm data center maxing.
I think what's going to happen
said,
is
I'd probably find a training script and record a bunch of different takes.
people are going
Let
to
it train during work.
people are going to start leaking the data, training data, and eventually it'll just be like effectively open source, like or copyright free. Like anyone can grab it and anyone can use it. And then the more professional models, well, they're obviously going to have better data sets.
Tacit, if you wouldn't mind, could you DM me the names of shit, lest I forget?
They were saying years ago, like the big problem with AI was that all the data
Tacit
was
said,
siloed.
Lol, I can, but tell me what you actually want to know about in the DMs.
Yeah, so beyond, say, just like text to speech, what else would you want to use it for? I'd imagine image generation would be pretty useful.
Tacit said, as of now intense, the open source models are so good that there's no need to leak the Frontier Lab works.
Yeah, unless it's for very niche uses where the data sets just don't exist. Oh, there's all sorts of problems with my bike. I can hear it squealing now. Something's going to break. But the good news is, whatever breaks will be cheap to fix. I got to admit,
Tacit said, it's the heavy coding work that actually requires the occasional SOTA models.
See, that's just on
Beautyplace
toasting.
said, literally I just need names of things to go looking for, local TTS, Gemma and requirements, etc. Assume I have a totally fresh OS install, so I need everything.
Yeah, that was just the front brake squealing there. Yeah, the main use I'd want for like my own AI LLM would just be coding. If it lets me translate ideas in my head to functioning sites, that's perfect. That's all I want. Because they say like AI can make, it makes mediocre coders redundant. So if it can elevate me to a mediocre coder, hell yeah, I'm all for it. Won't be using it to
Play
land a
said,
job.
I wonder if GPU driver versions play any major role in LLM efficiency. Tacit said, try Kimi K2.6, you'll be shocked how good it is.
GPU drivers are usually aimed at game compatibility. That's why they release them, because there's always new games coming out. For the just raw compute, they've, the OpenCL or whatever is pretty dialed in. Oh man, that's bumpy as fuck. Oh, smooth roads. Nice. I miss these. Shit, I still got to ride home. Oh man.
Play said, like, with NVIDIA, us super users will spend hours finding the right driver for specific uses. SMOOV.
Okay. I think we'll go to Bunnings today. Haven't been there for a while. I'm liking this new speaker mount. It's really good. I can actually hear everything so much better. It's not even on max volume. It's still got quite a few to go. But before, I struggled to hear sometimes, especially when there's a bit of wind noise in my ears. So this is way better. I don't have to read chat so much to try catch what you guys are saying. Yeah, we can just cross over. We're good. Yeah, for these big rides, I need to find somewhere where I can fill up on water at the other end. I'm sure there was a tap at the Lifesaver Club, but I just couldn't see it because it was so dark. Oh, town's still busy. Let's just take a quick cruise down the main road. Real busy. There's people everywhere. Ooh, there's a very nice car on the other side of the road. It's a Monaro. I'll show you the car on no, I can't. The guy's leaving. No. So you guys get them in the States. And they're, what do they call them over there? Pontiac GTO. But that's how they came out. It's just a Holden Monaro, and it doesn't have the nostrils on the front. And I believe the early models even came out with a 5-litre. And then later, no, they all had the Gen 3s in them. They all had the Chevs.
Play said, not anymore, we don't.
Yeah, they don't make them anymore.
Bixby Prodders said, grab me a building permit, Moyton, hello.
They stopped making the Monaro, and then they started sending out the 4-door HSVs, just club sports, and you got, and the SSs. And you got those as a Pontiac GTO instead. But the early ones are cool.
Play said, but yeah, 6-VIN country code, 100% Aussie.
Yeah, they definitely left here. They're not making them anywhere else. Don't even make them anymore. Man, it's busy out here. Everyone's at the restaurants. All the car parks are full. Oh yeah, because it's a Friday. Of course it's busy. Everybody wants to unwind for the week. Oh man, my back is getting a bit sore. Oh, must be a decent fish and chip store. There's a few people waiting for it over there. I might have to try them out. I don't think we've tried that one yet.
Play said, haven't heard this song in a number of years.
Oh, what is it?
Banger when it's not overplayed.
Yeah, I don't know what it... I can never check what the songs are. I've still got to expand my list of songs. It's way too slim at the moment. I'll hear music and I'll just...
Play said, Linkin Park, Faith.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, from one of their earlier albums. I think it was from Meteora. I can't remember. It's funny, you guys probably listen to my playlist more than I do. I usually just chuck a YouTube on and just let it roll through. whatever the algo gives me. We'll cut through the little middle road. It's just easier to get where I want to go by doing
Muted
that.
Play said, "Oh, you want my VLC playlist?
Oh,
It'd just be text, but maybe ideas."
yours will be huge. But yeah, actually not a bad idea, because I'm sure I'll find some stuff in here. I'm like, oh, that song. Like all my songs are just MP3s that I've grabbed. And the later ones are just ripped from YouTube. I'll still do that. I like having my own music instead of like streaming
Muted
it.
Play said, "Right.
Because like how many times have you heard like a streamed song and it's in your playlist for a bit and then it just disappears and you lose it? I hate when that happens, so anything good, I'll make sure I download it. But my niece couldn't believe it. She didn't understand that I had these files on my computer. She's like, oh, what streaming service is that? I'm like, they're just MP3s. They're on my computer. I have them all the time. It's like a completely foreign concept to them.
Muted Play said, "I keep my music local only."
Yeah, local's the way to go. You've always got it. It doesn't even take up much space. It's like a couple gig. Like we've got
Muted
that much
Play
storage
said,
now. It's just not an
"FK
issue.
streaming music."
Streaming's good for discovering new music. But once you've discovered it, rip it.
Tacit
Take
said,
it for yourself.
"I'm a music streamer."
I'm a little column A, a little column B. I use it to discover new music because you'll find adjacent stuff to things that you like very easily. And then I'll rip it and keep it for myself.
Tacit said, "I do both. I have it locally, but generally I just run the radio station."
Oh, radio. I haven't
Muted
listened
Play
to that in
said,
a long time.
"Not even that. TBH.
I just can't deal with the
Simplified
ads.
just plays the same 3 songs over and over. YT music is just miserable."
No, YouTube's not bad. If you search up and you curate it a little bit, it'll find you a lot of good stuff. You want to find the ones where it's got like a playlist. And you'll find a bunch of good stuff in there, like similar to what you already
Tacit
like.
said, "No, the radio station feature on YT music."
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have that, so I don't know what it is. I'm guessing it just sort of cycles through stuff. No ads, because YouTube Music's a paid service, isn't it?
Muted Play said, "Yeah, no, I've tried that." Tacit said, "Like you pick a mood song or a mood playlist and then you run radio
Yeah.
station and it makes a playlist for you."
Yeah, exactly. I found tons of good music through
Tacit
YouTube.
said, "It's free with an ungodly amount of ads or free with YouTube Premium."
But even just other people's recommendations, I think
Muted
is still
Play
a better
said,
way.
"I find a load of Ukrainian techno. YT cultivates a bunch of Norwegian opera."
It's kind of a shame, like not a lot of people really share their music tastes that much anymore. You know, people chuck their headphones in or earbuds in and, oh, sick. Yeah, they kind of keep it all to themselves now.
Tacit said, "I like YT music cause you can add cover songs and stuff and it'll help you discover similar styles."
Yeah, just the YouTube algorithm for discovering new music's like really good. Back there at the lights, some dude sampled that. What's his name? It's like
Muted Play said, "YT never shows me even remotely related songs."
Giuseppe Octavia, I think, is his DJ name, or it might just be his name. Yeah, he sampled that and chucked it into like a music, like some trance song. I think it's in my playlist. It'll come up one day. All right, where's Bunnings? We've got to be getting pretty close. I'm gonna have to rip this whole bike apart again. Figure out what the hell's going wrong with it. Not looking forward to that. But that's probably easier than putting all the crap back on the electric bike. So I'll probably just end up doing that. It's the lesser of two evils. Still grinding, it's not as bad now though. It's not as loud. So whatever was grinding is wearing down. I just hope it's not like a bearing or the frame or the casing, the race for it. All right, what are people charging? Still a lot. LPG's still too high. It used to be under $1. Diesel's come down a little, but they've got like tax exemptions on it at the moment. They're running out soon, so prices are going to jump like a good 20-30 cents. And then people are going to be pissed again.
Muted Plays said, my roommate's granny ran through one of her walker bearings. Somehow.
The walkers have bearings? Like it's got little wheels on it or something? It's like one of those ones with the wheels at the front and then the legs at the back. Because they're just, you don't have to lift the whole thing up, you just sort of push it a bit. You lift the back up and push it.
Tacit said, it has 2 wheels and 2 legs.
Ah, yeah, those types. Yeah, I mean, it's down on the ground, you're like, you know, you've got carpet and stuff that'll gum it up. Just the threads will get stuck in there and wear it down. All the dust and shit down there. Doesn't take much.
Muted Plays said, hers is 4 wheels with brakes.
Oh, okay. The other bike I rode, the left pedal was like seized. It just kept going around with the thing. So I ended up putting like way better ones on there. Better spare of metal
Muted
pedals.
Plays said, they are just 602 skateboard bearings, super cheap and easy to find.
Yeah, I mean, bearings are cheap. Get them anywhere. One day I'll get myself a nice new bike, but in the meantime, this will do. Like, this is from 2017. So been around a bit. Problem is, if I get a new bike, all the goodies that are on this, like I probably can't really take them with me. Like I'll have to buy another dropper post. I could probably keep the handlebars. A lot of the stuff. Steal the pedals. I mean, this bike's already got a bunch of stuff on it that I stole from another one.
One of my projects on the Civic is to design new front knuckles to mount bolt-on front bearings.
You think you can do a better job than OEM?
Because I hate press in bearings so very much.
Oh yeah, true. I saw a good tip the other day. You hit the bearing with just like compressed freeze spray. You know what, let's go this way. Oh, there's so many rocks on my legs.
Muted Plays said, yes I can.
Yeah, I mean, bespoke as opposed to mass produced, you probably can do a better job. Not gonna get run over as I go through here. We made it. Back to Bunnings. That was a long bloody ride. How long have I been going for? Yeah, nearly 2.5 hours. Damn.
Muted Plays said, the Honda Civic was designed to be a price point car.
Yeah, but also
Muted
designed to
Plays
last.
said, not the best engineering on the planet.
Yeah, they saved that for the Prelude, which no one drives anymore. All right, who are we gonna raid? Who's on? I'm just gonna stuff my face when I get home. I see 5 people who I don't know. And then this thing usually loads the rest of them. There were heaps of people on when I left. It says, oh, here we go. Oh, Luke's still on.
Muted Plays said,
That's easy.
Luke, Klebs, Haru.
Yeah, we'll go with
I
Luke.
scold.
Because he's probably on a bike. I'm gonna have to have a shower. I've got these little rocks all over me just from being kicked up from the front there. I want to hose this bike down tomorrow, give it a real good clean, and then get a close look at that bearing.
Muted Plays said, Dobry Veka all.
I assume that just means goodbye. But yeah, just tell him I can 10-7 cycle stream.
Muted Plays said, Dobry Veka all.
Yeah, bitrate's getting split there.
Tacit said, night night.
All right, man, have a good one. Thanks for sticking around. I'll catch you on Luke's stream. I'll probably have it on the way home. I'll just listen to it. But yeah, I'll see you there. I'll jump in later when I get home too.
Good evening in Rusky.
All right. Well, I'll see you over at Luke's.